evening, everyone. Welcome. We're so excited that you are here to join us tonight. And we hope that after you hear everything we're gonna share, that you look a little further at what we have to offer. I'm so excited to be joined by some awesome people. One is a dear friend of mine, Brooke. We'll hear from her in a few minutes. And also my parents, who happen to be who are my trainers, and they happen to be my parents. So that's pretty awesome. And you're going to get to hear all about them. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. You'll hear a little bit about some stories of people's of their journey, as well as a little bit about the company and what we have to offer. And we'll stay on for questions at the end. And if you need anything, just, wave your arm if you needed us to clarify something too. So we can do that all for you. But just so you know, my name's Ashley, and I get the pleasure of being the one to introduce the call and introduce everyone. And I just want to share a little bit about my story and where we're going from here, because I am really blessed that I have grown up in the Shaklee business, and my parents have built a very successful business. But I knew from a very young age that I wanted to have a Shaklee business, because I love the ability to share with others and help others to feel healthier and have the financial health as well as the wellness. And when I had decided that I wanted to do this, and I went to college, and my parents said I had to see the real world first, I knew this is what I wanted, because I really wanted the time freedom and the flexibility to be able to build something of my own, but to be able to stay home with my kids and raise my kids. And my husband's a teacher and a coach, and he loves what he's doing, and he does a great job, but it's very, it takes a lot of time, and for a family of 5 to be able to do things that we want to, having my business has really been a blessing. And I love that the flexibility of it allows me to still volunteer and be very involved with my kids' school and the community, and to be able to travel. And I love that this is something that is great, because it's not just something I can do, it's something we share with others, and we're not necessarily competing with others, because everybody could be building a Shaklee business. There's plenty of people out there for all of us to share it with. And I'm really excited because I have an incredible team. We're growing, everybody's making a difference, and several are on here today. And it's just a great way to be able to make a difference in this world. And it's really a great company that has been growing and booming. And you're going to hear a little bit about that. And whoever invited you to this call, just know that they invited this because they thought highly enough of you that they really felt compelled to share this with you, because we're all looking to grow our teams, because we want to make a bigger impact. Because in this business, we are in this business together, but when we are working with so many others, we can make a greater impact. And I love the quote, as Helen Keller said, alone we can do so little, and together we can do so much. And so I really look forward to hearing from our guest speakers tonight, and hearing a little bit more about their stories, and what I want you to think about is, how this would impact your life and what a difference it could make for you. So we are going to start with my dear friend, Brooke, who happens to be in another organization. And that's one of the things I love about this, is because she lives across the country from us. And we became friends because our parents did this business. And we were considered second generation Shaklee kids, and we had grown a friendship over the years. And now that we're both building our businesses and being able to do that, we can still work together and help each other, even though it really doesn't benefit either of us, financially at least. But what I love is Brooke has just one of the kindest heart of people I know, and she is so giving and loving, and she has a brand new adorable little girl, and so she gets to be a stay-at-home mom. So Brooke, I'd love to hear your story from you.
Well, thank you, Ashley. That's so sweet of you. And we've had the chance to do this actually 2 times this weekend, and I really have not prepared anything specific, because when I share my story, it's my story. So tonight, if you're on for the second time, might be a little different, because I was thinking of what I wanted to share tonight. And the first thing I want to say is, if you don't know Ellen and Hannah Sheriffin and Ashley DeAngelis, then let me tell you that they have the reputation of, within the people I know, of being probably the hardest working people in Shaklee. And I think that speaks so highly to their heart and their passion to help other people. So it's a privilege to be on tonight with them and speaking to people that they have, the lives that they're currently touching, because I know that my family, we are examples of lives they have touched over the years. And that's a little tidbit into what Shaklee is. Shaklee is a company, but we are a group of people within the country and the world who have the opportunity to partner with the company. We don't work for Shaklee, we partner with them. And Shaklee provides the product, they provide all the backing on the product, the research, security, everything that we need to know that what we're offering is legitimate. And then they also provide the resources to be successful. And that's what I love. I mean, I don't consider myself in sales, and I never considered my parents to be in sales growing up because they've done this for their full-time career for many, many years. And to me, it was always serving people, and it was leadership. That was a big word growing up, as I considered them leaders, or coaches is another word that I heard Ashley use even about her parents too, that we're in the helping field. And with that comes the coaching and the leadership opportunities, but not so much just the sales. So yes, we're always selling something when we're sharing an opportunity. And with Shaklee, what I love is that when I share the products that Shaklee offers, I'm sharing something I'm currently using. People will say, well, Brooke, what do you use? I'm like, well, everything, so let's start with what your needs might be. So again, if you're brand new to Shaklee, I just want you to know there are 5 different main product lines, and there's something that everyone either needs or can benefit from, whether it's like a need for, dishwash soap, or a need for benefiting digestive health. So across the board, we have something for everyone, I should say. My background is counseling, so I'm a helper by educational background and clinical experience. But when when I got married 4.5 years ago, that I decided it was time to really take my business to a different level and to put it in a different place of importance in my life. So my husband and I got married. I moved to a brand new community when I joined him. And I had the opportunity to work full-time in a typical 9-to-5 setting, or as my husband encouraged me, I could transition into working my business full-time so we could build a future that'll allow me to stay home with our future children. And for me, that was really important. The older I got, the more I knew I could not balance work and family to the degree that I felt I really would need to keep my family as the highest importance. So I decided early on, probably in college, that I wanted to do what my parents had done. And they were stay-home parents that worked full-time out of the home, but were able to be at home and have that work-life balance. So that said, when my husband and I got married, I started to work my Shaklee business full-time, and then counseling took a very second part-time status. And then when my daughter came into the picture in December of 2020, I was able to and I have been able to be a stay-at-home mom. And, but also I think this is important to say, if you're a stay-at-home mom, or other moms that maybe are looking for community, that is a huge thing I hear today from other moms, or even moms that are working. It's like, how do I make friends? Or I'm lonely, or how can I get connected or have a different purpose? That purpose word has come into the picture a few times with people I've talked with. I want more purpose. And being a stay-at-home mom is incredible purpose and calling for me. Yeah, I also have additional time to live out other callings. So Shaklee fits that need. I can have a purpose in sharing the gift of health and wellness while also having meaningful community, just like right now. And I get to connect with people, not just in my direct neighborhood or community, but people in different states and across the country. So the organization I'm in, we're called the Coast to Coast team, because we have people from coast to coast, and I'm on the East Coast. And right now I have a fellow colleague on the West Coast, and she's right here looking at me. So I love that aspect of our Shaklee family, is that we really are never alone. We're never alone in this. Yet we have the independence and the freedom to work for ourselves while partnering with the company. Does that make sense? So, and then one last thing I'll say is, transitioning into motherhood was a huge change in the most wonderful way. I've never felt like I had so much time. When I look in hindsight, oh man, I had every hour in the world before being a mom. Yet I also have a lot of time to use wisely when my daughter's sleeping. And I was able to grow my business last year, even, you know, in her first year of life, I was able to continue to grow. So if you're someone that feels like, gosh, I don't have time, like, when am I going to fit this into my life? It can be something you do in the margins of your life. And if you do it meaningfully and consistently, you can be successful and have results. So initially, my husband and I, we had a need to just grow our income. Then it was, okay, we really have a need for a bonus car because his car kept breaking down. And I mean, we were pushing the car multiple times in our first few years. It was rather hilarious looking back. But now we have a car that Shaklee pays everything, but actually, no, they pay everything right now. They pay the entire car payment right now. It's a Subaru, it's safe, and it's great for my daughters. So thankful for that. That was December of 2019. It was a good day when we got that car. And then last year, I was able to get a bonus. And I don't like talking about money, but I'll just share because that might be helpful for you, that I was able to, just by increasing my volume and basically just helping more people find product needs, I was able to get a $6,000 bonus. And for me right now, that translates to a whole year at a Montessori school for my daughter, if that's what we want to do. Or maybe, you know, like dance lessons or something like that. It means something more now. So, or maybe a new roof, quite frankly, that might come in the picture a few years from now. So I don't know what your needs are for those that are listening, but I want you to know that this is something you can do for yourself and you can do for future generations. And I hope you enjoy tonight. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Brooke. You always share your beautiful story. I love it. And I so appreciate you being here and being a part of this. So thank you. And I just want to say, like, some of the things she said, as I really love that about this business, is that you're partnering with this corporation and you're in business by yourself, but not for yourself, but not by yourself. So you have the trainers. So you have the people that have already done the business that are working with you and helping you. And so we all do work together. And like Brooke mentioned, we have this community and we all want to see each other succeed. And that's one of the best things about this business is you don't succeed unless you help someone else to have a better life and make a difference. So it's really a wonderful example. So, okay, we're going to move on to one of my trainers, who happens to be my dad, and Alan. He is, going to share the business side and a little bit about the company Shaklee. And make sure you stay till the end, because we're also, when my mom goes, she's going to share some specials that some do end tonight. So go ahead, Dad.
Well, thank you very much. And Brooke, you were terrific. Just a great presentation and right from the heart. So that's really excellent, outstanding. So a little bit about Hannah and me. We've been in business for many years, and way back when we were looking for something, everything we looked at cost too much money, took too much time, and there was a big risk. Can you relate? So really didn't get involved until by accident we heard about Shaklee. And when we heard about it, wow, did a light go on. We saw the big picture, saw the opportunity for better health. Hannah experienced some tremendous health improvements. And I'm 6 foot and not too much hair. And we started Shaklee, as I say, I was 5'2" and had hair. And I just grew right through the top because this business is so wonderful. And Brooke talked about being a stay-at-home mom. One of the benefits that I was able to enjoy after about 2.5 years, 3 years doing it part-time is that I was able to be a stay-at-home dad. And what that meant for me, I got to take my kids to and from school instead of the bus, and my ear to the stone, hearing all what's going on in my kids' lives, being able to be a coach on their teams, just a wonderful, wonderful thing, just fantastic. And the lifestyle that we've been able to enjoy, as I say, when we're full-time at Shaklee, every day is a weekend. The lifestyle is just fabulous. What a great, great opportunity. And something that most people aren't aware of, you can create a family dynasty. For example, Brooke's parents have created this business. Now Brooke is creating her business, and when her parents pass on, she'll take over that business. Same thing with Ashley. So that's really a powerful, powerful benefit. So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that Shaklee can provide for all of us. It'll give you a good background of Shaklee. And everybody can see that, correct? Well, that's a picture of Dr. Forrest Shaklee Sr. Now, we talk about Shaklee. We see the world headquarters in the background. We talk about a culture different from other companies in the marketplace. Some companies are in business to sell great cars. Some companies in business to build wonderful bridges, etc. Shaklee has a culture of, as Brooke used the term, of being a family, a really wonderful family. And we have a culture of wellness, a culture of community, family, as I said, and a culture of success. And that all started with Dr. Shaklee way back in 1915 when he developed the first multivitamin on the marketplace. That's pretty impressive. Wouldn't you agree? I think so. And then he developed the first plant-based protein supplement. And then he developed the first biodegradable cleaner. So people say, and they're right, this was a man way ahead of his time. And he was. And now when in this headquarters, the world headquarters, we were certified climate neutral, the first company to be certified climate neutral. And all this is backed up by proof. We just don't say it. We are the #1 natural nutrition company in the United States. We can show you the numbers. We have over 100 published papers. And what that means to you is that when we publish a paper about our products, that gives proof that our products work. But look at this number, over 300 million in research and development, or R&D as they say it. What I say to that is, there are many companies out there that aren't even that big. And that's what we've spent in R&D. When our current owner, a young billionaire, Roger Barnett, took over the company, he wanted to have proof that these products worked, even though for the past roughly 50 years, people had wonderful experiences. So he commissioned a study at the University of California, Berkeley, an independent study to prove that the products work. And you can read and see all about that at a later time or look online at the landmark study. But it proved that the Shaklee products, when you compared people that took them for 20 years or more, compared against a group of people that didn't take supplements, compared a group against the people that took other company supplements, we blew those two groups out of the water. The Shaklee people came out on top in every category mentioned. Is that impressive or what? Wow. And then the proof in the pudding is the patents. As I understand it, you can't get a patent unless you have a unique product that really works. We have over 70 of those patents on our products. And the Olympic medals, we don't pay athletes to use our products. They choose our products because they want the best. They want the finest. And our Shaklee athletes over the years have won, as it says here, 134 medals, gold, silver, and bronze. That's very impressive, wouldn't you say? So that's an overview of the Shaklee company. So how does it work? Well, the first thing you want to do if you get involved in the business is use the products. As Brooke said, she uses all the products. As I and we say, we use all the products. We are a product of the products. So we get to experience them and get the people to tell people about them. So then we recommend this to our friends, neighbors, relatives, coworkers, or people we meet at the grocery store or the movie theater or whatever. Now look at this sentence. People are 90% more likely to trust and buy a brand recommended by a friend. So if you're having wonderful results with these Shaklee products, as we all do, why wouldn't you want to tell somebody else about it? 90% of those people will buy from a friend because they recommend it. And then if you're building a business, you want to build an asset. You want to build something that you can own for yourself. You can grow it to whatever level you want to. And then, as I said earlier, you can pass it on. So the 5 reasons that people are really interested in Shaklee: health, income, time freedom, tax benefits, and retirement. We talk about health. We have people that have experienced the health of using these products for 65 years. Wow, that's really impressive. Hannah has had tremendous health experiences, as I briefly mentioned. And the income situation, well, if you need to earn an extra 100 a month, 500 a month, 1,000 a month, 10,000 a month, you want a full career income or a wealth income, All that is available to you. Whatever you want, you can achieve it. And then time freedom, as Brooke also mentioned. To me, the time freedom was very important, to be able to do things when I wanted to do it on my time frame. So that's a powerful, powerful benefit. More family time. People love that. And the tax benefits. I'm sure you don't mind paying income taxes, but would you like to pay less? Many would. Well, you have many scores, if not hundreds, of legal tax deductions. And what that means to you is, come April 15th, you're either getting more money back or paying less money to the government because of these powerful tax benefits that you can enjoy. And retirement. Do you know anybody that's living on Social Security? They're probably having a rough time, right? Or their 401k was not as profitable as they thought it was going to be. They're having a rough time financially. Or their company pension plan. Some of those pension plans went broke. Well, here's an opportunity for retirement that you can start in retirement years and build a company to supplement your retirement significantly well. Very awesome. And as Dr. Shaklee would say, take a look at the income. When he started this business, the first thing he did was start talking to people about building a business. So here it says teach two. And you see on the left, it says leadership level. It shows 6 levels: director, coordinator, executive, key master, and presidential. And the average incomes, those are averages. Some a lot more, some a lot less. Well, at the director level, it's not a lot less, and it's not a lot more, because when it gets to be a lot more, you go to the next rank. Now look at this. If you just teach 2 people to build a Shaklee business, you can be called, in that orange there, a coordinator. Average income over $22,000. And the benefits you enjoy there, that works out to about over $1,800 a month. You can enjoy a dream trip. What does that mean? An all major expense paid trip to a fabulous, usually all-inclusive location, fun in the sun with your Shaklee friends. All major expenses paid. As Brooke said, you can get a car. Yes, if you have a hybrid, you can get a $250 a month stipend towards your car. And, excuse me. And as you increase in ranks, that stipend goes up. The leadership bonuses, what you do as you teach and train others, you get paid what is called leadership bonuses. And that's a very wonderful source of income. I mentioned the tax breaks and the asset or equity. When you build this company, you can pass it on. So the first step you want to think about is teach 2 people, earn over $1,000 a month, and all these wonderful lifestyle benefits. Looks tremendous to me. And as Dr. Shaklee said, your future life will be exactly what you decide to make it. Very, very powerful. And I want to show one other screen on this that the company will be happy that I showed it. And that's to keep things legal and ethical. We have a chart given out by the company showing at the getting started level, the business builder level, the business executive level. That's where Ashley and Brooke are. The business master level, that's where Hannah and I are. Shows average of the lowest third, average of everybody, and average of the highest third. So all these numbers are authenticated by Shaklee, 100% honest and right on the button. So how do you get started? First of all, talk to the person who's bringing you to the meeting tonight. Ask them, what you want to do. They'll tell you about the Prove It Challenge and the best way to begin. So thank you all very much for being here tonight. Hope it gave you some good food for thought, and onward and better. And as I like to say, boom, let's get this ball rolling.
Well, thanks, Dad. We always love your energy. And I love how you share that summary of the company. I think that's a great encapsulation of this legacy that this company has had for this last 65 years, and the culture that we have, and the science behind everything, and how you can earn anything from a little side income to very significant income. So thank you so much for sharing. Okay, our last speaker who's going to close us up tonight is my other trainer, who happens to be my mom, and she's going to share everything with you about what the specials are and what else we got.
Well, first of all, I have to congratulate our speakers so far, because Ashley's giving her intro, and Brooke, of course, your story. I don't know how many times I hear it. I love it. I hear your passion. I hear your believability. And I think that's one of the reasons why you're so successful, is because people hear that in you. And of course, I'm a little partial to Alan as well. So thank you all for doing that. And so when we're talking about this business, you just heard about all these wonderful Shaklee benefits that you can all partake of. And I love that too, that they're there for everybody, regardless of age, background, occupational, or educational background, race, religion, creed, whatever. So I love that. But I also love the fact that we have a strong team that we are so proud of. And one of the reasons why you might want to join our team is that, first of all, we have many years of experience. And we don't say this to pat ourselves on the back. It's just important for you to know, if you want to be part of this, that we are known as considered one of Shaklee's best trainers. In fact, we've had the privilege of working with Pat and Dawn, Brooke's parents, many a time as well. And also, we believe that we don't sign people up, we sponsor them, which means that if you come into our organization, we feel an obligation to you to make sure that you get from Shaklee exactly what it is that you want to. And of course, when you have that kind of dedicated to your success, people behind you, you can only succeed if you are willing to do what it takes. And again, another thing that's really important is to know that there's already a proven plan. Isn't that great? You don't have to sit down and figure this out. Just do what we show you to do, and we know we can guarantee that wonderful success. And one of the things that we will watch you be ready to fly and help you to do that. So have you thought about what your health goals are for 2022? Or have you thought of what your dreams and goals are for the year? How much money would actually make a difference in your life? You know, Brooke mentioned she doesn't like to talk about money. The one thing I guess I love about Shaklee is the only way you make the money is by helping enough other people get what they want. And that money can go from anything from charity, can be as philanthropic as you want, or getting a grand piano, or having the lessons for your child for school, or getting her into a Montessori school. So whatever it is, I love the fact that that money has a good purpose. And if we always say, if you don't want to keep it, just give it away. There are a lot of people that want it, right? So one of the things that we also really love about our business is that you can do this as part-time or full-time as you want. When we say people do it full-time, we don't mean that they're in there 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. You know, full-time to us is 10 to 20 hours in most times. And sometimes if we all have extra time or we're trying to do a greater growth, we may put in more time than that. But it can successfully be built in that length of time. So we call it the land of and. You can do what you're doing now that you do like, but you also can have this thriving, wonderful business where you're making a major difference. And if you have a servant heart and you want to be a servant leader, I can't think of any better way. Because of network marketing, instead of reaching a small group of people, you can reach thousands. And I think that's so exciting. When I was a teacher, I had 16 students a year in my preschool. It was wonderful. I love watching their careers now, many years later. That was all great, but I only could reach 16 at that time. And in this business, we've reached so many thousands that we don't even know all the people that are in our organization. So one of the things that's really exciting is you're coming in right at the end of a very special promotion for the month of January. Ends tomorrow night. And in this promotion, this gives you an opportunity to sponsor and be able to get the products at discounts. And if you choose to become a member with just a $150 order, you can get your membership free and free shipping and get a free sustained energizing boost, right? Is that in tomorrow or tonight? That ends tonight.
$5.
That one's $5, right? But if you do this tonight, you also get the elderberry energizing tea free, which is really exciting too, because that's at least a $20 or more value. And it's wonderful. I mean, you won't believe how great that is, and it's helping keep up your immune system as well as tasting so great. But there are also some other benefits too. Actually, through the end of this month, you could also choose to become a distributor. By becoming a distributor, what that'll mean to you is the opportunity to be able to bring other people in, to be able to earn bonuses, to be able to take advantage of all the benefits you heard about tonight. But also, there are certain products that distributors can get. If they have it on auto ship, they can get an extra 10% off, which can be another great savings as well. So what a great time to be able to get started with something where you don't even have to pay anything to get into business. Because even if you talk about $150, that's products for your own use. That's to help get you and keep you healthy and build your wellness back. So it's actually getting started with no upstart cost, and yet having literally a multi-million-dollar opportunity, which I just think is incredible. So if you feel like you want to start the products first and you just really want to do that, become a member, great. You're going to become a raving fan. And as a result of that, maybe then you'll decide you want to become a distributor later, and that's okay too. We just like you to know about the benefit of doing it right now. But either way, we hope you decide to join us, because there's so much in this business that can offer you. It literally has been life-changing for all of us and our family, and for so many of the other people we've introduced. And I thank all of you that have been on tonight too. Many of you are business leaders and already having your own Shaklee successes, and some of you are brand new to Shaklee. And we really hope you decide to join us. And so if you would like to do that, just talk to the person that invited you to this call, and they'll tell you how simply you can get started. And we would welcome you with open arms and look forward to helping you to your success. So thank you.
Wonderful.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you
all.
so much. Sorry. Thank you so much, Mom, for sharing all of that, because I think it's so exciting that we have these really great specials. And if someone's listening to this recording and it's after today, I hope they will still talk to the person that invited them, because we always have new specials different months. January just happens to be some really incredible specials right now, and a little extra this weekend for this event. So we really appreciate all of your time. We're excited. You can see all of us about what we do, and just love sharing it with those we care about. So if it's something that interests you, please talk to the person who invited you. And I wish you all a wonderful evening. Take care.